time in the backfield, whether the stats show it or not.
Yeah. Romeo did get a chance to play in the fourth quarter. We got him out in the fourth quarter, but Prince is a guy that can go all day. He's a great conditioned athlete. He's he's an important player, and he just doesn't like coming off the field, and he can do so many things for us. So he's a guy that we feel like can play every play. But I will say this, that we have a great deal of confidence that Romeo can go in there and play if we need to.
I'm just kidding.
Brian, TJ's contributions today, both receiving and in the punt return game, what were your
I
thoughts?
thought it was dynamic. Dynamic is a word that I would use as a receiver when we're talking about after the catch, right? So he caught the football, and then he was dynamic after the catch. And that's what we were looking for from him. As a punt returner, this is his first time returning punts. He made one bad decision where he did not field the punt, and then I thought he made a great play late in the game where he fielded it in traffic, which we've struggled with guys having done those jobs over the last few years. I think he's going to be really good at it as he continues to get more live playing time at that position. I'm pretty excited about watching him back there.
Coach, third quarter, Cam McDaniel came real close to scoring a touchdown, and he got down to about the 2-yard line. And then he was getting ready to get back in the huddle, hoping to get probably the ball again. And then George came in for him, and he looked a little frustrated. He came out, but then when George scored, he was the first one on the field. What is that attitude among the running backs or among anybody that made that happen?
Yeah. In hindsight, I should have kept him in. We were in a personnel grouping. It's a bit, I don't want to get into too much detail, but we pair a lot of our personnel groupings in with certain play calls, and we really should have just kept him in with that personnel grouping, and we got a little too technical on it, and that was my fault. He should have stayed in. He carried the load right down to the end, and he should have stayed in the game on that play. So hindsight, I should have kept him in the game.
But he still didn't get frustrated. He was the first one out there to congratulate George, to congratulate Tommy. About that attitude of the way they get along or the chemistry there.
Well, we ask our guys to really look at three things. One, we want them to be smart, disciplined, and selfless. And that's the core of our football team. And I think it's probably exemplified in most positions, but at that running back position, that is Cam McDaniel. Heck, he ran through the wrong side of the gauntlet in the running back thing for me, right? If you remember that. There's nothing more selfless than that. So that's the kind of kid he is. Was that going to be the lead story, too? You were building up to this. It made the story.